all of viewers on MAQ TV, and we're very fortunate today to be joined by the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board, a director on Cricket West Indies as well, and a very dear friend of mine, Azim Bassarat here in Trinidad. Azim is fasting during this period, and one hopes that his prayer and his fast helps to get rid of the dreaded COVID-19 disease. Good afternoon, Azim. How are things?
Good afternoon, Vinod, and it's a pleasure to join you on this very large, I understand, TV station that goes all around the world to talk cricket.
Yes, and what's the situation in Moruga with the COVID-19? I know that you normally go for your walks and stuff, so it can't be that bad.
Well, thank God the virus hasn't reached Moruga. At the moment, the place is extremely hot. These days, we are not walking because of all of us are fasting at home. So we're trying to take things very easy. We are hoping that after the fasting finishes, which happens to be sometime next week, Saturday, immediately after that, we are going to continue our daily exercise on the roadways. And but we are confident that the virus will not be in Moruga. Moruga are very decent people. They adhere to all the instructions that comes from the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and we are working to ensure that the virus doesn't reach Moruga.
Well, I know you're a very serious practicing Muslim. You have been doing your charitable work as well. During the COVID-19, I know you have been walking around and still trying to give as much as you can. How has that been going?
Well, that has been going very well. What happened, we have done quite a few hamper drives since this Ramadan month have started. The government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago have provided $200,000 to the Muslims in this country, the largest Muslim organization in Trinidad and Tobago, ASTRA. And I, as chairman of Region D, which comprise about 17 masjids in this area, this week we had our last hamper drive, which was concluded only yesterday. And more will come because there are other tranches to come from the government to help the people, the needy people in this part of the country. It is countryside, so there's a lot of poor people, a lot of people who are in need of food. And on Saturday, my club, the President's Associate Sports Club, is going on a hamper drive also. We have asked for contribution from club members, and they have, willingly give a lot of money. So we are looking to give out some hampers on Saturday. All arrangements are in place, and I'm quite sure that that will also be a huge, huge success.
Well, it's a pity that you're not in America, because the chairman, Mohammed Qureshi, has given a lot to help those less fortunate. He actually started by donating T20 energy drinks. He has an energy drink called T20. There are two versions of it, the Beamer and the Bouncer. And that was distributed by the cases to frontline workers to help them stay awake, because, they'll be monitoring patients and stuff throughout the night. Then a number of mass, I think it was close to 100,000 he had organized as well. In addition to that, he is giving out a lot of cricket equipment to people who are home and are frustrated. They don't have the equipment, and they will want to play cricket as well. So that has been the drive from MAQ TV, from Mohammed Qureshi himself, as he himself, as you are, as him. He's fasting. His fast is a little bit more difficult than yours, though, because the sun sets pretty late in where he lives in Boca.
Yeah, well, the two energy drinks name you called it, they have to be very strong and very energetic by carrying the names that you called. Well, I know this is this time of the year for Muslims. It is very important. It's very beneficial for us to be very charitable at this time of the year, and we as Muslims are supposed to take advantage of it. And I know from what I have been hearing and reading about Mr. MAQ, I know that he is doing an excellent job in the United States in respect to assisting people and also with the cricket. And personally, I want to thank him for making that contribution to cricket and cricketers. Cricket is something that I love dearly. And I know that he's helping a lot of cricketers in the United States and even in some of the Caribbean. And for that, I am really very happy that he's doing such a great job in the United States of America.
Yes, it's for, as you said, the Caribbean as well. He has helped a lot of your cricketers in Trinidad and Tobago. I think Trinidad and Tobago has the most number of foreign players that comes to the U.S. Open. This year will be the 12th edition, and Trinidad and Tobago has the most in terms of foreign players coming in to play. You've had the likes of Kyron Pollard, Sunil Narain, Evan Lewis, Dwayne Bravo, Darren Bravo, Riyad Emmerich, all these guys, they would have played together here about a year ago. And, it provides an opportunity for them as well to keep fit, to stay in the game, to also attract other T20 leagues. The story of Muhammad Ali Khan is well written, and it started 2 years ago at the US Open T20 when MAQ brought across Darren Bravo and Dwayne Bravo to play for the US All-Stars. It was there that Dwayne Bravo saw Muhammad Ali Khan. He took him to the GT20 in Canada and then down to Trinidad and Tobago for the TKR, and the rest is history. So it shows the value of the US Open T20 and the efforts of MAQ to bring in these foreign players, especially from the West Indies.
Yeah, but that story is really well documented. I remember reading about it a couple of weeks ago. And, Ali Khan is one of the players that have, taken Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean by storm, playing in the CPL. I know the ladies in Trinidad and Tobago, he's one of the players that attract the ladies, a lot of ladies to come to the game. And he's well loved in Trinidad and Tobago. I think he have gained also a lot of respect across the Caribbean with his bowling. And one can clearly remember, in the finals in the 2018 final of the Barala Stadium, the very first ball, he cartwheeled one of the opposing batsmen, stump. The Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders started off with the first ball with a wicket, and Cho Ali Khan bowling down the Amazon Warriors opening batsman.
Yes, on that occasion it was Cameron Delport, and I remember being on commentary at the point in time, and my fellow commentator asked, "What did Ali Khan eat?" He just came out, and his very first ball, he got a wicket. I told him that Ali Khan was home at my house the previous night, and he got biryani, which is a favorite food of you Muslim people. So, that might have helped. But he's also a very serious man when it comes to his religion, Ali Khan. MAQ has been his mentor. He says it openly. And, he continues to do well. He's very grateful. We all know Azim about, when people help you, you be grateful to them. You show some sort of an appreciation. And now he has done a lot to help promote the US Open T20 here in America as well. Now, just to switch a bit, Ali Khan did say, though, that he hopes that one day he can probably break into your setup at the Red Force as a foreign player. Is that possible, or is it something that the regulations does not allow for a USA player to come into a franchise, not only the Red Force, but any of the franchises in the Caribbean?
No, I think there is a clause in the agreement that any one of the franchises can contract one international player, and Ali Khan will fall into that category. We must purchase 2 foreign players, and I believe one must be, 2 right now is the 2 regional players outside of Trinidad and Tobago. So maybe we could look at it and see if we can have one of the regional players and one international player to make up the 2 foreign players for the franchise. But I have heard him said it, I have read it in the newspaper, and I think the selectors, and when we meet, maybe as soon as he makes himself available, because I think he said he's not ready as yet. But I think Ali Khan joining the Red Force to play in the longer version of the game, before the game, will be an asset for Trinidad and Tobago. And I think that it will also help his cricket.
Yes, definitely so. And he said that, he wants to play the longer format as well. There are other players like Zishon Qureshi, who is in America, and they would like to come down to probably get into one of the setup, in the Premiership, one of the clubs in the Premiership. Could the Premiership team bring players from outside the region as well?
Yes, it is. That is open to anybody outside of Trinidad. If you recall, some time ago, we had someone from Sri Lanka who was playing, I think, with Powergen. So it is, players are available. Mark Ramprakash played with Pearsall some years ago also. So international players are also welcome to play in our domestic league here in Trinidad.
Who knows? He may be lining up with President's 11 next year if all goes well.
Who knows? Well, that will be our second foreign player. We already had Dayton Butler from St. Vincent playing, representing President's Associates in a T20 game about 2 or 3 years ago.
Wonderful indeed. And well, just to move on a bit, as in the US Open T20, you would have heard of it. Obviously, you know that your players come across. How critical you think is that tournament in America here for the development of cricketers?
Well, it is very important. I think if we want to spread the game of cricket, I think T20 is the game that you use to spread cricket now across the globe. America now is catching up with the game, and I think T20 is the format that is required to really get people to come into the ground and to get participation. And I think the authorities in the United States, it's using that method. And what they are using, they are bringing in the international stars from the Caribbean. As you rightly said a while ago, all Trinidad and Tobago international stars go there for the tournament a year or two ago. And I'm sure that would have helped the game in the United States of America. But definitely that is the way to go. I think the authorities there is doing the correct thing in trying to spread the game, in trying to get players come and participate. And I think that will help develop the game at not only the United States, but I'm quite sure across the globe.
Well, you know, in 7 months' time, there is hope to play the US Open T20, the 12th edition of that tournament. As you know, that carries prize money in the range of 100,000 US, sorry. And there is hope to play it. Plans have already started, and Max himself, he has already commissioned his sports factory in Pakistan to build these masks, these MAQ TV masks that will be given out to everyone entering the ground. How difficult do you think it would be in Trinidad and Tobago when cricket do start back? I know yesterday you had a meeting with your executive and you basically called off cricket in Trinidad for this year. Should the 50 overs start in October, how difficult will it be for you guys to manage social distancing and to protect people?
Well, what we have to look at is to really, the 50 overs that I mentioned about, I was speaking about the Super 50, the West Indies Super 50 Championship. It is not difficult. Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board, as you will know, we have a wealth of experience in planning games and managing games. So even though we have the Super 50 tournament in October, November, I think using the other venues that we have in Trinidad, we have quite a few very good venues. We have a new venue in Diego Martin. We have the Obira facility in Arima. We have the National Cricket Center. We have Clark Road, which is a first-class venue. So we have venues where matches and cricket could be played. And I don't think it will be a problem in hosting cricket and hosting the tournament if it comes to Trinidad and Tobago around that time.
Well, you're mentioning more than one venue, but normally Trinidad and Tobago plays host to that tournament, and all you require really is 2 venues. Is it that there's a possibility that the entire tournament, both groups, could be played in Trinidad?
Yes, that could happen because we have the capabilities of hosting the entire tournament here because of the experience that we have with managing games, as I said before. And I feel that you know, if the entire tournament is played here, the other venues will have to use as practice venues on the off days that they are not played. So using the Barnara Stadium on the Queen's Park Oval, I think we will be able. I believe in the initial staging of the Nagico Super 50 tournament, the entire tournament was played there in Trinidad, and we used 2 venues at that time. So I don't think it will be a problem. It is something that we can manage here in Trinidad.
But given the current situation with the COVID-19, I know it's not really out of control in the Caribbean, which is good. Do you see that tournament coming forward to October? Because last year it was played in December.
Last year it was played in November.
November, sorry.
The final was played on the 1st of December. What happened usually, the Super 50 tournament is played in October. And it was only because of the CPL finished, I think, sometime in October. Last year, it finished in October, the 12th of October or somewhere there. And that was the only reason why that the Super 50 tournament was played in November. So if CPL finishes in September, I think it's on the right track to have the Super 50 tournament played in October. And the 4-day regional tournament could start, at the end of November, beginning of December.
Well, what does that do to CPL? Because CPL, they're saying that once they can get a window, their tournament could be played even up until December, anywhere from September to December.
Well, in Trinidad, we have leveled off the curve. We have flattened the curve. Mm-hmm. It is about 18 days now. We haven't had any case in Trinidad. So I'm very optimistic. And I think the authorities is doing a fantastic job in curtailing the spread of the virus. So I am pretty confident that in a short while, Trinidad and Tobago, all the measures that the government had put in place, they are going to relax those measures gradually. So I am pretty certain that in Trinidad, that, at the moment, I feel that the virus is not in Trinidad at the moment. So I feel the place will open up and we can start playing cricket again. Of course, there will be measures that have to be maintained, the distancing and so on, but not as yet. But let us hope by October, November, we get the all clearance where we can go back to our normal self.
Yes, definitely so. And of course, we all wait for cricket to come back. Just to go across the situation in West Indies cricket, where your president was on MAQ TV earlier on this week, and he's saying that the COVID-19 virus has actually put the finances of Cricket West Indies in an ICU state.
Well, it's a big statement you made, David. But I know that we are suffering some financial, where you use the financial concerns, and I know a committee was put in place headed by Billy Haven. They are supposed to report back to the board next week, Thursday, on the 21st. We are supposed to have a board meeting on the 21st. And I'm quite sure they are going to come back with something where they can take West Indies cricket out of this hole that we are in at the moment. We have some very experienced people on the committee, very loyal and dedicated, hard-working individuals. So I am very optimistic that they are going to come back with some good news and some measures that will have to be implemented so that we can get back on track.
Yes, and he likened it to someone already injured and going to the doctor, and while the doctor is prescribing medication, that person gets a stroke. That's how difficult it is. And I don't envy you and the others at the West Indies Cricket Board. I don't want to be in that position at all, because I know it's a very, very difficult situation financially, and I know that it will take all the skills necessary. He said that on May 26th or 27th you all have a quarterly board meeting, and that meeting has been reserved only to discuss finances.
Yeah, that's the fact that the last meeting he had indicated that the next meeting will only deal with finance. And I am pretty confident. We have a CEO, Johnny Grave, who is an excellent CEO. I think he have the expertise to really lend his experience and his knowledge with respect to the finance and coming up with creative ideas to pull out us, as I said before, pull us out of this hole that we are in at the moment.
That depends on good old Johnny. And West Indies cricket, of course, will definitely need everyone to come forward and help during this period. As I want to sincerely thank you for taking time out of your fasting to be with us here on MAQ TV. and want to wish you and your family all the best. And of course, the Trinidad Cricket Board and my extension, the West Indies Cricket Board.
Thank you very much, Fino. This was a pleasure joining you on this interview, and I want to wish you and MAQ all the best with all the US Open and all the cricket that you all are doing, of the work that MAQ is doing in the United States. I really want to thank him for it, and I wish him all the best.
Well, it's our hope that your son, who is fast becoming an international umpire, he actually umpired at the CPL. It's our hope that he takes part at the US Open T20 this year. But of course, we will discuss that with him. Thanks a lot, Dan.
Yeah, I'm quite sure he will be more than willing to come up with you.
Thanks a lot. Well, you've heard it there from the president of Trinidad Cricket Board and the director at West Indies Cricket Board, as Ambassador, giving his thoughts on cricket and COVID during this period. Stay tuned and stay viewing MAQ TV as we continue to entertain you during this period of the pandemic. Good afternoon.
Which is the most authentic cricketing league in America? US Open Cricket. Which is the most exciting cricket in America? US Open Cricket. Which cricket league has the higher number of views in America? US Open Cricket. Which cricket league has the higher number of players in America? US Open Cricket. Which cricket league has the higher number of teams in America? US Open Cricket. Which cricket league has the higher number of cash prizes in America? US Open Cricket. Get ready for the biggest cricketing event in America, US Open Cricket 2020, from December 16th to December 20th, 2020, at the Central Broward Cricket Stadium, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It'll be aired live on MAQ TV. Let's play 2020 in 2020.